Hey, we're talking horror movies here.
Yes, we are.
Halloween horror series showcasing filmmakers here in Maine. That's what's happening tonight at the State Theater in Portland. It's called Damnationland.
Here to tell us more about the event, good job, by the way, and its hair-raising lineup of short movies is the event's organizer, Baldwin, and filmmaker Joanna Clark. Thank you so much for being here with us, to both of you.
Thank you.
It sounds like such a great event. And Alan, can you start by telling us more about Damnationland and the history behind it?
Yeah, it started 14 years ago. It's as old as my daughter. And we basically wanted an excuse for filmmakers to create things and show them to local fans. And what better excuse than Halloween? So it kind of, it's evolved from that. And we're now have our premiere at the State Theater tonight. And then we have, we generally book some satellite screenings around the state. So we've got 2 screenings in Bridgeton at the Magic Lantern coming up, and a couple other ones that we're just still trying to set up. But it's mostly an excuse for local filmmakers to make something dark, weird, funny, and play it in front of a bunch of people that are really, really into it.
Dark, weird, and funny, right up my
Love
alley. Right
it.
there. I love your shirt, by the way. The
Thanks.
way life should bleed.
This is
Yes.
this is last year's T-shirt, because last year our theme was superstitions.
Yeah.
This year we're going with the theme of nightmares, so we have a new shirt that we're starting tonight. But yeah, this one did really well. People love us.
That's
How much
great.
fun is that? Hey, Joanna, tell us about your film and how you got involved with Damnationland.
Yeah, so my film is called Lil Hell. It's Lilhel. It's actually, the 2 leading ladies are called Lil and Helen. That's why it's called that.
That's great.
It is definitely a bubblegum horror, tongue-in-cheek kind of piece. It's very girl-inspired, very, very feminist almost. And I got involved with Damnationland in 2015, after I had seen 2014's lineup. I was so interested in participating, and there was actually a micro short trailer contest that year, and I entered with a trailer with a friend of mine named Allison, who went to school for film, and so we participated then, and we didn't win, but it was so much fun. And then I got to act in many other pieces over the years. Last year I was in a film called Blood, Sweat, and Tears by Hannah Perry Shepherd, and that movie was intense. That movie was intense, and I definitely wanted to kind of do a different vibe this year after doing that movie.
I love the names of all
in
of
the
these.
most loving way.
Yeah, that's great. So Alan, tell us about the film scene in Maine in general and the importance of events like this for filmmakers in the state.
Well, I think, honestly, I think the film scene in Maine is kind of it's a very tight, talented community. I think that's why we really, Damnationland started as sort of a screening, situation, but mostly what I look forward to every year, and I think you'd probably agree, is that it becomes a community event for our filmmaking community. And so, there will be 1,000 people at the State Theater tonight. So many of them are filmmakers or actors or have come in and out of that creative scene. So I think it's very, very, I'm not going to talk about the business elements of it or any of the tax incentive stuff, because that you don't have time for that.
We can make that another segment another time.
But as far as the community goes, there are it's a very, very close-knit community. Everyone is helpful. It's like, I mean, I don't know how many Damnationland films you've worked on, but.
So I've been heavily involved in at least 5.
At least 5, and that's
Yeah.
honestly low. Like,
Yeah,
there's some
no.
people that have been.
Tayden has done 20.
Yeah, there
Was
are
his
people.
list,
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah.
And that's because everyone wants to work together,
Yeah.
and we're all kind of in it to support each other and create good work and show off what Maine filmmakers can do.
What is it about horror movies and thrillers that just gets you so into it that you want to act in it, you want to create movies and things like that?
Well, it's just so theatrical, I feel. I actually started as a theater actor since I was 7, and it's just so big and broad, and there are some films that are really dark and emotional and make you cry and feel so much anger and things, but then there's other ones that are just so bright and fun, and to see all those elements get pushed together into one festival and just be like, go have fun, guys. It's just a blast.
And what a great community. And Alan, New England is well known for its place in Halloween celebrations in the U.S. Do you feel like the horror film scene particularly is vibrant in this region?
I think, I mean, Maine has been a creepy place for a lot of people for years. Like, let's face it. We have a brand, let's lean into it.
Sure.
And obviously we all know Stephen King, but even if you go back to like Nathaniel Hawthorne or some of like the early American writers that were writing about creepy, weird, gothic New England, a lot of them have this Maine hookup. So I think it's not just, certainly Stephen King has done well, but there's something weird going on up here.
Yeah. Well, speaking of weird, what's getting you so excited about tonight? Any weird, crazy movies that you can say you got to come to watch that?
Oh, wow.
I know there's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, everyone in this lineup is incredible. I am so honored to even be in the lineup this year. And tonight is so much fun because there's like a red carpet, and my friends call it the Met Gala. I mean, not to get political, but it's just really, really fun. We all dress up, and my friend Sarah Kennedy actually hosts something called Scarioke. That's our,
I love it.
That's our pre-show. It's just something to get everybody feeling loosey-goosey. I know that there's a lot of nerves for some of us in the audience, so I will be singing from Rocky Horror tonight.
Oh, that's right.
I'm very excited.
Sounds like so much fun. And where can people find out more about Damnationland?
Damnationland.com is our website, and then we have a pretty active Instagram. I think it's Damnationland207 is our handle on Insta. But and I think if you check out either of those and kind of dig a little deeper, you'll find that there's a lot of filmmakers that know about it as well. So you probably know someone that's making something.
All right, favorite horror movie of all time? Do you have one?
Oh, I'm gonna go with Jennifer's Body.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that was
okay.
a heavy influence for me in my film, so I discovered it only a couple years ago, and it's my go-to every season now.
I have yet to watch that one.
Oh, so
I haven't
I'm
seen it
actually
either.
new to horror, but I do. There's a film called Under the Skin that I saw probably, it's a while ago now. I'm old, but it's kind of a sci-fi alien horror movie, but it is tremendous. It's very weird. Scarlett Johansson, and it's an English film, but it's a deep cut. But I worked at Videoport for years, so I don't know if you guys remember.
Oh
that,
yeah,
but
you got the wild and wacky ones out there.
I have a pretty deep oeuvre of weird stuff I watched.
I was like ones that mix horror and comedy with like Zombieland and Evil Dead Part 2. Two of my favorites.
I got to go
Good
with
choice.
Misery. Got to go with
Misery.
Misery for my favorite. Yeah, it's a good
Kathy
one.
Bates.
Oh, I know.
Repping Maine.
Don't even. Exactly. Thank you both so much. We're so excited for you guys
Thank
to have
you.
this
Thank you
event
for having
tonight.
us.
Should be a great hit.